In the first part of our breathing series, you're going to use a yoga mat. You can really do this lying on a carpeted floor, or you can lie on hardwoods if you want. Fold up a blanket, just something to kind of put a little bit of cushion between you and the ground. We're going to go through a series of movements. And what we'll do is we'll kind of just use your feeling versus a set number. I'll kind of take us through 5 or 6 of each and then pause, giving you a little bit of time. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to start just lying on your back. And I'm going to have my knees bent up because I want to take a little pressure off my low back. Okay, I want to kind of start learning to use my diaphragm a little bit. Your hands can be down at your side, which is where mine's going to start. I'll move my hands out of the way just to kind of show you what should happen with the pelvis. So first, we're just going to work on, we're going to work through here, allowing ourselves to move the pelvis. So we're going to try to take a deep breath in and let our pelvis roll forward. And then we're going to blow out and let our pelvis roll back. So like a wheel. Breathe in, pelvis rolls forward, your back arches off the ground. And exhale and really pull the pelvis back that way. So it's going to roll back and forth. Breathe in and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, finding some length, and exhale. Good. And so that's the first step, is just kind of feeling like we have a little bit of length. Then we're going to take our hands. We'll put our hands just on our belly. You can kind of interlock your fingers here. And you want to feel your fingers spread apart. So breathe in. Now we're just lifting your belly and out. Good. Breathe in. Starting at the bottom of your lungs as you breathe in. And then exhale all that air out. So I'm trying not to move my pelvis back and forth. I'm letting this just be my belly. My fingers are going to work out and then back together. And feel free to breathe out through your mouth. You don't necessarily have to breathe out through your nose, but just try to challenge your lungs and your diaphragm runs kind of along the bottom of the ribcage. You want it to push down into your abdomen. All right. Now that's kind of our first 2 steps. And so we're going to, again, maintain some alignment here. This time we're going to come down, hands at your side. You're going to try not to arch your back. In. And then out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in for 2 or for 3. And out. Sure. Breathe in for 4. And out. Breathe in again. And out. Good. Breathe in one more time. And now when you breathe out, we're going to leave your arms above your head. If you have any shoulder issues, we'll bring your hands maybe just to the ceiling. What I'm going to do here is, again, just breathe. I'm going to find some length. I'm really wanting my belly to move up towards the ceiling as I breathe in and back down towards the ground when I breathe out. So I'll just go here, in, and out. Breathe in again, and out. And again. And out. I'm really trying to pull that air, force that air out. Breathe in, and then out. Good deal. Now we're going to bring the hands back down. That allowed us to kind of lift, find some room or some length in our ribs. Now we're going to work on breathing into our side belly. All right, and so put your hands on your ribs here, just so you feel, you're going to give yourself a little bit of pressure so you flare, your ribs are going to flare out this way. All right, so breathe in. And you're trying to expand your lungs side to side. and give yourself a little bit of pressure to let that air out. And so my third breath should be maybe hopefully a little deeper than first. I'll go one more. Good. Now we're going to challenge that breathing a little bit because we're going to take our legs and we're going to bring them to tabletop. Tabletop is a term we'll use a lot in Pilates. I'm going to bring my legs up. You can bring them up one at a time. If just holding here is difficult for you, you can cross your legs. Or you could do this maybe next to a couch or an ottoman where you put your heels up on something or just on a chair. I'm going to start here, hands down on my side. I'm going to work just where I take a deep breath in. I want to keep everything else pretty still. So I'm letting my diaphragm work. Good, and that's my 5 breaths. And again, pelvis stays still. I'm trying to keep my spine pretty still, but I'm going to work on what happens at my belly. Okay? And so for the next one, we're going to come up here again. So my hands are going to be pointing to the ceiling. I'm going to reach for the ceiling through my arms and fingers, and then I'm going to pull back towards the ground on my exhale. Okay, so my legs are at tabletop. I'm going to reach up and then back down. I'm going to just reach and back down. So I'm allowing my shoulder blades to really reach up. I'm going to exhale here. I'm going to breathe in and pull the world to me. And I'm going to exhale again. So I reach, find some length, and then inhale, allow my shoulder blades to move back. And exhale. And then inhale here. And exhale one more time. And then I'm going to inhale. Good. Now you can just pull your knees to your chest if you want to just rest your low back. If you have any knee issues, you can grab behind your legs and just kind of get a little bit of a stretch in your low back. And I feel like this is a good position at times for us to just become more aware of our breathing. And so I'm going to kind of compress a little bit. My belly will be against my thighs a bit. And I'm going to try to take a deep breath here. We'll just do 5 or 6 of those. If you want to do 10, that's awesome as well. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. As you see, I'll create a little bit of tension doing that where I'll be pushing my feet away or my thighs away. I'm going to breathe in again. So just using your thighs as feedback. Breathe in. And then pull a little bit more, get that stretch a little back. And there. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drop my right leg back to the ground. I'm going to hold my left leg. You can hold above the knee, or you can hold behind it. All right. If it's too much tension, we're going to keep that right leg bent, but you can also increase it. What I'll do is I'll kind of work between both positions. All right, so just hold it here. I'm going to take a deep breath in. Sliding my right leg down. I'm going to exhale. Deep breath in for me again. And then I'm going to exhale as I take my right leg down into extension, finding some hip extension on the right side. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Now here we're going to do just a few. And exhale. Now that I find a little bit of length, Deep breath in again. Exhale. You may feel a little bit of a pinch in front of the hips, or you may want to take the thigh out just a little bit to give you a little bit more room. And then bring it back in. That's a deep breath in. And then you can exhale back. Good. Now we're going to swap sides. And so this time I'll pull my left knee to my chest. I'm going to take a deep breath in. My right knee to my chest. Deep breath in. And then I'm going to exhale, extending my left leg. Deep breath in. And extend my left leg. Second breath. Exhale again. And then I'll exhale. Just really reach through that left leg. Do one more on this right side. Again, like a little bit more flexion. And on the right, an extension on the left. So now I'm just going to hold, breathe in, and then I'll exhale out, trying to get a little bit more hip flexion. Breathe in again, and then exhale, trying to get a little bit more hip flexion on the right, a little bit more hip extension on the left. Deep breath in again, and then exhale, finding a little bit more. Right, now I'm going to pull that leg up. Cool thing to do maybe here is going to happy baby. And so what would that look like? And babies are typically happy when they find their feet. And so we're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together. We're going to hold here at my toes. If you can't, then getting to your ankles, if that's possible. Get to your mid shin, if that is where you need to be. Or we're going to hold the knees on top or behind, but really just kind of getting into that position. And we're going to take a deep breath in, finding some length. We're going to create a little bit of tension. And then we're going to exhale and try to bring the feet a little closer to you. Inhale again, feeling your lungs, so you can feel some tension through the arms now. And then exhale. If you don't have any neck issues, you can breathe in, and then you're going to exhale and try to just lift the chin. And I'm just kind of rolling it off the ground. Deep breath in, create a little tension. Exhale. I'll try to get my chin to my chest there, but I'm not pushing my head forward. I'm just rolling up. Take a breath in again, and then exhale, and roll up. Now we're going to take, you can just kind of rock side to side a little bit. And you can pair it with your breath. Sometimes I'll get to one side and just breathe. And then exhale, get to the other side. Breathe as I'm kind of more on the left side of my back, and then exhale, and then back to the middle. Right? And from here, you can kind of just bring one leg out. If you can do this, all right? And you just cycling some reps. So breathing in, out, just creating a little bit of length. So we're gonna get some length there through hamstring, a little bit through the calf, and you're just finding where you have movement. All right, wherever your movement is limited, just back out of it and just breathe a little bit. All right, and breathing. You don't want to work through this and be short of breath. Again, we're just doing a nice refresh and just allowing you gently to explore mobility. All right, so I'm going to just pull, release the chest again, just give a little bit of a stretch. Good. And then we're going to come back down where we have our feet on the ground. We're not arched or super pressed into the ground. If you have any issues in terms of low back, if your fitness level doesn't necessarily allow you to maintain a stable or neutral alignment. Then you can kind of press your low back into the mat, which is going to give you a little bit of stability. Now we're going to work through kind of just hamstring a little bit. Let's go ahead and keep the right knee up. Again, we're just working through this process. So bring that knee up, and we're going to grab your calf if you can. If you can grab your ankle, that's great. If you can grab your toes, that's great. We're going to just start here and come up, get a little bit of extension. We're going to just alternate sides, okay? And so grab as high as you can without stressing your head and neck. So I don't want you necessarily up here. Just stay nice and flat. Good. And just cycling your breath here as you go through these. If you wanted, you could hold and cycle a breath. All right, so I'm going to come in, come up. I just breathe here. And then back down. Then come back up to the next side. Back down. And then up on the right. And let's just hold the right here and lock your fingers. And let's just point the toes and then pull them back to you. You get a little bit of tension along the backside of the leg, hamstring, calf. Good. That's it. We'll do one more. Pull, point, and then pull, and point, and then back down. Let's work on that on the left side. So we'll just pull up, point your toes away, pull towards you, point, and pull. So you're feeling that along the calf, into the hamstring. And if you can't get your hip just pointing where your leg's pointing straight up to the ceiling, you can drop out of it. If that's a little too aggressive, dropping out of it is fine. Again, it's not about pain. It's just about exploring what your body's able to do. And work through there. Good. All right. Now let's work. I'm going to take our arms over our head. And this again is if you can. If you can get your arms over your head, if you have that shoulder mobility, great. If you don't have the shoulder mobility, you can just take your hands to the ceiling. You can get a pillow or a couch or something and have your hands kind of a little further back, but not necessarily on the ground. And so we're going to start. Take the left leg up. And then we're going to exhale there. And then just cycle a breath. So breathe in and then exhale. And then bring that left leg down. Bring the right leg up. And just here at the top. And I'm going to cycle a breath. Good. Same thing on the left side. And good. Come up. And good. And so just working through that pattern there, we're going to open our chest up a little bit more as we work through bringing the left leg up. We're just going to breathe. Cycle up right there. Gives us more awareness of where our spine is. Although we're lying down, this can work nicely into our standing position. We'll bring the hands back down, and you can have your hands kind of just lying at your side, or you can have them on your abdomen if you want, or your belly. We're going to work on some hip internal and external rotation with breathing. So unless you've had some hip replacement or you've got some hip issues, you can kind of work through trying to get full range. If you have, you can just make the range really small. So just going here, just that small range is really beneficial because you need this moving around to walk efficiently. So I'm going to start, I'm cycling some breaths here. But I'm going to go back and forth, kind of smaller range. But now I can just kind of increase that range. I'm just breathing as I go through this. And I'm rolling through. I'm not really trying to control my pelvis or my low back. I just have my feet wide enough that I can try to find the ground with my trail knee. All right, so I'm just kind of working towards that. And still breathing. Do a couple more. Good. Now let's take the hands, if you can, up above the head. And you're not trying to control anything. You're not trying to say, hey, I'm not going to move this or I'm not going to move that. You're just really breathing through and allowing your hips to do what they do. We do a couple more. And this time we're going to take the upper body, so roll it onto your side. There, so you're just rolling. The legs really are leading here, or the knees. Yeah, so your knees are leading. And you're just trying to get a nice roll. You can put, if you have shoulder issues, you can put a towel under your head or a yoga block. So I'm just going to get that reach. And we're going to do one more to the left. And then back to supine. All right, so I'm going to sit up. And we're going to kind of work on some breathing patterns and sitting. All right, so sitting at a desk, driving, reading. If you're a teacher or a dentist, I like to call this teacher posture or dentist posture or nurse posture, just really rounded. If you're someone who kind of communicates by leaning in, you've got this desk in front of you, it pulls you into this position. So we're going to just roll the shoulders back, take a deep breath, get long, and then we're going to exhale back into that position, that rounded position. We're going to inhale again, squeezing shoulder blades back and open. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to inhale again. And notice I'm actually working all the way through my pelvis and my sacrum with this movement. Good. Now we're going to sit nice and tall. Let's take your hands just at you, just kind of on the side of your hip. And you're going to push down and just try to find some length. So you're going to lift your heart and then exhale. And lift your heart and exhale. And lift again. And exhale. And we're going to have one more breath. Let's hold it there at the top. And we're going to hold our position as we exhale. Now hold there. We're going to inhale again. Really trying to lift the heart. Hold that breath at the top. And exhale. Hold that breath at the bottom. All right. I'm going to turn to face you. If you can sit, I think in America you call this crisscross applesauce or something like that. I don't know, I call it sitting like this or sitting cross-legged. All right, so from this position, from this cross-legged position, we're going to grab just around the knees if you can. Again, if your knees give you trouble, just kind of getting wide, this is more than okay. Because you can use your legs for a little bit of leverage. And we're going to start here. I'm going to put my right hand on the ground. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to just go to the right with that side bend. And I can exhale and come back. I want to take a deep breath in here as I go to the left, because I really want to lift through my right side. All right, and then I'm going to go to my right here, and come back to this side. Just breathing through, reaching, lifting into my left side. I'm trying not to lift my left hip. So I want my butt cheek to really stay on the ground, or my sit bone, or my buns, biscuits, whatever you want to call it. And the reality is our butts were made for more than sitting on and looking at. Really have to use your glutes to do some of the things that we want to do every day. Your hips are your motor, really. And I'm just going to get a little bit of length. And then we come up and we sit nice and tall. I'm going to try to roll my shoulder blades back, roll up to my sit bone. And that's that. So we wanted to kind of just start with something simple and smooth, not a lot of thinking, but more experiencing from a movement standpoint. I'm going to put together 2 other videos that we'll send. Feel free to check out our website. There's some movement videos on there as well. And I'm really excited for you guys that are doing this challenge. I think it's going to be fun. Jennifer makes some amazing food, and just looking forward to kind of growing with you as we reset and refresh our movement.